Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I thought I'd do a long-term review on my Carrera Fury. I've had it for 2.5 years now, and I've done a few reviews in the past, but when I first got it, so I thought I would do an updated one after owning it for a while. So I've had the Carrera 2.5 years now. We've done many miles together now, many ride outs. I don't know how far I've been, to be honest with you, with it. I don't know how many miles we've done together. We've done quite a few miles together, and I thought I'd do a bit of a long-term review of what I like and what I don't like, what I've changed, and any problems I've had. To be honest with you, I'll do a little bit of a spoiler now. I haven't had many problems. When I very first got the bike, I did have a problem where the back brake calipers were catching. I mean, this is all stuff I've mentioned before in previous reviews, but just in case you haven't seen them, I did have the back brake calipers catching, but I adjusted them, got them working, and after that they were fine. I had no problems at all since then. And I think one of the reasons the back brake was catching was because the back wheel was untrue. It wasn't buckled, but it was a little bit untrue, so I did have to tighten the spokes a little bit, because I was going to take it back to Halfords to have them have a look at it, and I thought, you know, I'll see what I can do it myself. So I got the spoke tension and just kind of tightened the spokes up a little bit, and since then it's been absolutely fine. They're the two main problems I've had, as in problems, if you like. The other things I had that were just my own preferences was the handlebars was the main one. These handlebars here aren't standard handlebars, and I also did get a riser here. If you look there, I'll put links to the videos for these so you can have a look when I did this, because they've got separate videos when I put that on and a separate video when I put the handlebars on. But I've changed this to make it a little bit higher because it was too low for us, and I've changed the handlebars because the handlebars that came with it was just way too wide and way too straight. It was a really strange angle for my wrist, and I didn't like them at all. So again, that's just my preferences. The other people might like that. I think the bike generally is made obviously for technical downhill work, so maybe you need that kind of extra sort of you know, width for stability going downhill or something. I don't know, but it was really starting to hurt my wrists on my ride, so I changed the handlebars over. Like I say, I'll put links to in the description here to the videos that when I did that, because I did separate videos. Other things I changed was the grips. I put these grips on here, these death grips. The grips that came with it were horrible grips, very uncomfortable, so they had to be changed, so I changed those. I put a mudguard on. That didn't come with any mudguards. It's a pretty good mudguard, that's okay, but it could be longer. Shame wasn't doing it a bit longer, but that's a separate thing, it's nothing to do with the bike. And another mudguard on the back, and my mudguard, and my bag, sorry, mudguard and my bag on the back. And I changed the seat. The seat that did come with the Fury isn't that bad actually. It's not a bad seat at all. It is a memory foam seat, and it is quite comfortable, but this one from Lidl is comfortable, so I changed that over. And that's it. I think as far as I can remember, that's all I've changed. Now, one of the things I was worried about when I got this bike was the one drive system. As you can see, it's only got the one cog on here, and then a big range of gears at the back. It doesn't have a cage at the front, you know. It doesn't have two cogs at the front, and that worried us when I first got the bike. And I thought, you know, is it going to give us a big enough range? You know, is it going to be limiting? To be honest with you, as I'm getting more and more used to riding the bike, it's just getting easier and easier. It's a really nice system, works perfectly. There is one occasions where I thought, you know, I could do with an extra gear, I could do with an extra, you know, a little bit extra range, but not very often. And especially on the tracks that I'm using on the lines here. If you're on the roads, I think you might be limited. I think you might run out of gears and think, you know, I could do with a few extra gears. But I have been on roads with it, and it's been fine on the roads. But I think if I was using it on the roads more often, if I was like commuting or something like that, I think a one drive system like this with the gear range that this comes with could be a little bit limiting. But for me, when I've been using this, it's been absolutely fine, absolutely fine. And this Dior gears on here, derailleur, is really good, really good, really precise. You click over, change over, and it's just there. It just does it instantly. It's really responsive, very quiet. You know, you sometimes go to change over and you think, has it actually changed over, because it's so quick. But it works really well. It's flawless. Oh, another thing I did change actually, which I forgot, is the pedals. I did change the pedals over. The pedals that came with the Fury are absolutely rubbish. You know, they were so stiff. You went to spin them and they just did nothing. You moved them and they just stopped straight away. The bearings were rubbish in them. So I got these pedals, these Wellgo pedals, and these are really, really good, as you can see. You know, smooth pedals, and I changed them over as well. So I have done a few additions and I have changed a few things over. But generally speaking, you know, the bike has been no problems at all. I've had no issues with it. I've had no problems. I shouldn't say that because I might jinx myself. It's never given us any problems. It's been effortless. I've done hardly any maintenance to it. Changed the chain over because the chain, I've changed the chain over a couple of times actually, but that's not a fault of the bike. You know, obviously chains are a reusable part, especially these days. Chains don't last very often at all. So I've done that a few times, a couple of chains, but everything else, the gears, the crank, bearings in the crank, even the shocks, nothing has been touched and everything just works fine. I haven't even changed any brake blocks over yet on the brakes. So on the whole, it's been absolutely really good bike. I can't fault it at all. It's been excellent. So yeah, I can't really fault it. I can't really say there's anything wrong with the bike. It's one of those bikes you just get out the shed and take it out and you know it's going to work fine. You know it's got your back. You trust it. It's reliable. It's comfortable, quiet, and a pleasure to ride, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's a few things I've changed, a few things I needed altering and stuff, but that could be just my preference, you know. Handlebars, my preference. Some people might like the big wide handlebars. The grips, you know, some people might like the grips that came with it. And the seat was okay. You know, the seat was okay, it was fairly comfortable, but this one was just more comfortable, if that's a word. And even the pedals, I mean, yeah, the pedals were a bit naff, but they worked. It's not like they didn't work, so I couldn't say there's anything actually wrong with them. It's just a preference, you know. I prefer to change them to something a little bit better. But on the whole, I would say, for the price I paid for it, I mean, I got it cheaper than it should have been. But I think it's still about £600. I think I paid, was it £540? I think I paid for it, because I got it on an offer. But really good bike, really good bike. And I definitely recommend it. It's very good value for money. And as I say, it's got your back, and that's what you want with a bike, and it's something you can trust and enjoy riding. So anyway, as always, thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you all later. Take care of yourselves. See you later. Bye bye.